Hello everyone, it's Melissa. I'm back. I'm getting ready to start another layout, so I wanted to get started and share some of the products I hope to use. Being another Christmas layout, I don't know where I'm going to go with this just yet, but I'll be sure to share it at the end as usual. I do want to do all of these photos on one page, and I'm thinking about doing like a, sorry about that, like a strip around the bottom here. I went to my Cameo, and in a Kerri Bradford Christmas, it was like a December daily edition. If I remember, I'll link the kit in the description box below that is from her store. But I'm going to go ahead and show it on the screen here. I haven't cut it yet. Let's see. So there it is. So essentially that is going to rest on top of my cluster of photos. Yes, I'm using a lot as per usual because this is going to be, like you saw from the cut file, Christmas morning, December 25. So yeah, we'll see what I can put together. All right, stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. I have my share, and let's go ahead and get started. So if I didn't mention it before, it's going to be a 12 by 12 layout. So that's the size it is. I actually used a ton of scrap pieces of paper, which led me to start my layout on a very, in my opinion, bright and ugly green. So that's in the back. Just for my stash. So let's go ahead and get started on the top. So I ended up using, now for those of you that have been in the industry for a while, you're going to recognize this when I tell you that this is a pattern paper. This is what I have left, these strips. That's from a store called Archivers and Retro Hip Christmas. And you guys, this store went out of business years ago. So obviously very incredibly old. 2008 it says on this strip, so long time ago. So I ended up, that was kind of, this paper was already kind of cut into from a previous layout from last year. So I figured let's just keep going with it. So on the top here is a very neutral, there's a text print in the background, but it's not, I don't want to say it's not readable, but it's like in a different language and whatnot. So it was perfect for a very subdued and calm background with some text on it for pattern paper. So I went ahead and used this. This is from Stampin' Up. It's like part of their designer series paper. So one of the strips from that Archivers sheet is up here. It's just a small 1/2-inch strip, like with the peppermint stripe. There's another strip right here to kind of ground my title, which I showed you in the first part of the video. I cut it actually twice, once in an espresso chocolate espresso brown from Stampin' Up, and then in a black, and kind of offset it a little bit for some dimension. And the same with the 25, that was in a red, offset with the black, cut twice. So this paper again is from the Archivers, and then this paper is from the Archivers sheet. And so back up to the top here, I used several bits of chipboard from my stash, which made me happy. First is that Santa, and I put him on a tag, and the tag I just cut with a scrap piece of this basic gray pattern paper from my stash. I just put him on there, cut some little banner fishtails, did some stitching with some gold stitching from my stash. I used a piece of green from my stash. Another piece of that chipboard bit, which I'll mention here, is from the Christmas Cheer from Echo Park. I actually used a handful of these pieces, and kind of what I feel like is that next year I will focus on maybe trying to use up this chipboard sheet, maybe making my cards and gift tags for the next holiday season, because a lot of this stuff I don't see to be very relevant for me on a layout. Possibly on a Project Life card in my Project Life, but otherwise, yeah, it's going to go on some sort of holiday tag or for a card for next season. And then this, so like I mentioned, then I added some gold enamel dots from my stash. This Happy Holidays was from that same Echo Park chipboard. Some more gold dots, a gold button from Stampin' Up! For my stash. I used some craft paper, and actually what it was is a lunch sack that I just cut apart into strips and tucked in here because Santa brings all of our wrapped gifts under the tree that are from him are wrapped in craft paper. It's been like that from day one, and so I thought I'd add this element and crinkle it up just for some texture, some layering, to kind of give this layout a little movement. Up here I also stamped some Studio Calico, some clay mist, also for some movement, kind of more festive looking. This Joy piece of flair that is from the Merry and Bright package from Fancy Pants. More of this chipboard from Echo Park. There's another piece here. It said something underneath there as well, but I hid it underneath that strip and just have Very Merry Christmas. I added a gold. This is from Stampin' Up! A little mini paperclip here. No peeking. That's from an Ellie Studio sticker sheet. It's old, joyful, maybe last year. So I added that there. Naughty and Nice, that is a stamp. And that is from My Favorite Things. You guys have seen me use this a lot in other videos and on other projects. It's right here. I stamped it on vellum, embossed it in a red Stampin' Up! Embossing powder right here. And then I cut it with the Stitch Shapes framelits. There's circle, there's oval, and then there's also square in this pack, and that's still available from Stampin' Up! And yeah, that's it. This background sheet, this is the one side, and this was the other. This is super old as well, you guys. But I originally was thinking about going with this side. I decided last minute to go with this. So this is what I have left of that piece. And like I said in the first part, I just paper pieced it on a piece of green that I didn't see myself actually using for a page. So I'll do another once over. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask, and I will put the link to Kerri Bradford's store. And this cut would be in one of her Christmas kits if it's still available, but I'll put a link to her store in the description box where you can maybe find this cut. There's others in the kit. And then if you have a Cameo and probably other die cutting machines, you could use it and cut it out for yourself. So yeah, I think it turned out super cute. And yeah, I just love the strips of paper. And then, you know, here's me just using up my stash, you guys. So thanks so much for watching. I will also have the links to my Instagram and my Facebook page in the description box below. I would love for you to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting a lot here lately, and I would love to have you as a subscriber. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.